Against the Manx, a ball draw, and in Europe they disappointed even more. Uncle Roy makes a smile, but in the FPL, I'm off by a mile. The good, the bad, and the ugly at Liverpool FC for EPL and FPL Game Week number 17, brought to you by the LFC file. Roll the intro, Darwin. Welcome back, one and all, to the latest episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly at Liverpool FC, brought to you by the LFC file and yours truly, Ben Green, for EPL and FPL Game Week number 17. As always, thank you very much for the continued support. A few more new subscribers last week, so that's nice to see. Welcome aboard, and if you haven't done that yet, please like, subscribe, press the notification bell so you know when the next one is available, and of course tell your mates and share accordingly. Thank you very much. So without further ado, let's get into it with the good. And in all honesty, there isn't much good this week. So we have actually what we would call a not good, and that is yesterday's performance against Man United, which absolutely stank. To be perfectly honest, in fairness, they were playing against 11 men and a bus, let's say, as Man United just basically set their stall out for a draw, which they achieved, and a ball draw at that. Terrible. I don't think I've seen a more negative performance from a Man United side, and that's saying something. So, of course, it does take two to tango, and unfortunately, Man U weren't a willing partner yesterday. So, yeah, very terrible performance. Núñez was very disappointing. Salah, didn't really play very well. And I've got the official LFC Twitter post here where they've got 0-0 full time. It finishes goalless, and goalless, you could also say soulless as well. Terrible performance. There's a lot of discussion on social media about the atmosphere at Anfield, which in honesty, it can be a bit quiet there sometimes when the team is not doing very well. But this is the modern football supporter for you, I'm afraid. And we missed a chance to go above Arsenal, who now lead the table by 1 point. And Liverpool are joint with Aston Villa on 38. And then there's Man City on 34, if my aging memory serves me correctly. So, we move on to this week's The Bad. And the bad for me is the performance against Union Saint Galloise during the week, where Liverpool ran out worthy losers 2-1 in the end. So this was a game that you would expect Liverpool to comfortably win, but frankly, this is the Europa League, as any league, and it is a competition that people have to qualify for. So Saint Galloise should be respected. This has to be, we have to bear this in mind. And I think they reminded Liverpool of that fact. And they took the lead quite early on. Jarell Quansah equalised, and Liverpool were promptly behind a minute or two later before the break. And a goalless second half ensured that despite finishing top of Group E, it's on a kind of losing note, let's put it that way. So disappointing week. I'm sure many fans will point to the fact that Jürgen Klopp fielded a youthful side. Still, I would expect the bit of a better performance, to be honest. But I guess at the end of the day, it just shows how far some of the young players have to go in order to reach the required standard to wear the red shirt week in, week out. So it is what it is. We've got the Athletic Football here, who have got Union Saint Galloise record a famous victory over a youthful Liverpool side who finished top of Group E. So at least they're going to be well seeded for the last 16. And let's see who the draw throws up. Hopefully we perform better in the next round. we move on for this week's ugly. And the ugly we have is actually a smugly. Although nothing smug about LFC this week. We have to go to last week's opponents, Crystal Palace, who secured a 2-2 draw at the Etihad against Man City. And it was very funny to see Uncle Roy Hodgson's reaction when Crystal Palace secured a late equaliser against Man City, and Pep Guardiola, was suitably peed off with that. But it was very funny, and I've got the echo here with the headline: Roy Hodgson's greatest achievement with Liverpool is Palace taking points off City every time we're in a title race. Yeah, that was I thought that was really funny, and it's nice to see Mr. Hodgson smiling, because he always looks very serious. It has to be said, he's got quite a serious face as Uncle Roy. So yeah, I just thought I'd bung that one in just for a bit of a smile, if nothing else. So yeah, there we go. That's our not good, bad, and smugly this week, which brings us swiftly on to the EFL update for FC Bumpy Grasted. And this week, not a good week either. Sadly, for the second week in a row, another below average score. Unfortunately, 36 points against an average of 40. I had Kelleher in goal. Not that I expected him to play in goal, but actually I missed the deadline. And having missed the deadline, I didn't actually make any transfers. So I've made 2 in time for next week, week 18, which hopefully should serve me better. So yeah, quite disappointing. Had Salah as captain. Haaland didn't play, but I don't really have a replacement. So yeah, it's kind of like most things that could have gone wrong did go wrong. Ake only scored 1. Trent done well. Yeah, Cole Palmer, 14 points. That was very good. But the rest, yeah, nothing to write home about. Very disappointing week, unfortunately. So let's see what the next one brings. If we have a look at the league situation, I'm still languishing in 8th place on 901 points, 10 points behind change name, as you can see there. Unfortunately, not the best of weeks, but I don't think it's been a very high scoring week anyway, to be honest. And on to the next one, the King of Leagues, otherwise known as 2085963. They're still hanging on to 3rd place by 2 points. Yeah, as you can see, not a very high score. You see the top guy got 60 there. Good luck, well done him. But yeah, not a great deal. I think a lot of people suffered from Haaland being injured and not having a suitable captain. The go-to Salah has seemed to have been a bit of a letdown this week, but there you go. Can't win them all. So onwards and upwards, and yeah, let's see what week 18 brings. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks very much for coming along. This is the last episode before Christmas, so I will take the opportunity to bid you all a very safe and pleasant, relaxing Christmas break. I'll be back next week after the Boxing Day games, hopefully in a brighter mood, let's put it that way. And I hope Santa brings you what you need, if not what you want. So again, thanks very much all. Remember, like, subscribe, smash the notification bell so you know when the next episode is published. And of course, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. So until the next time, peace, your LFC file. Of games for Liverpool. In fairness, smile, but in the EPL, against the Manx, a ball draw, and in the I did bring in, who did I bring in? No one.